Yeah, hey, Bernie here. Part three this hour has 6 minutes, so we're up to the 18-minute version. It's kind of our comedy hour, you know? And there's been some funny things reported in the media lately. I won't get into it all. You got to watch it yourself. Stay up on current events, I suppose. Maybe just even watch my video. Keeps you in the loop of things. You know, you might hear me sitting here. Hello, this is Bernie. If there's anybody out there, come to the Westmount area if you need an extra can of food. And if you see me batting golf balls into an empty park, and they're just like Will Smith on I Am Legend, and there's nobody around except parked vehicles and nobody in them, you know the end of the world has come. And I'm last man standing, I guess, but we're putting out a signal out into the future. Anyways, we hope for peace. People get along, and that's what I hope for always. But you know, some stats. October 1st, the federal government put out the latest COVID stats. There's some good news. Only actually 22% of all Canadians have been tested out of 40 million men, women, and children. 22% have been tested for COVID, so that's good. If you feel like you got the symptoms, go get tested. That's awesome. So in 6 months, really, that's almost a quarter of our total country put through in testing. So that's pretty good. Another good stat out of that, and this shows you the importance of social distancing and wearing a mask in tight areas and keeping your hands clean, I suppose, is when you compare our statistics to the United States, um, they have 10 times the population we have, but they don't have 10 times the cases of deaths from COVID. They actually have 20 times the cases. So, what it tells you is in the higher density population, more aptly, more people are getting it. So, being aware that that's a reality and going on keeps us in the protocols of safety, right? I mean, obviously, there's some people, close friends and family we've bubbled with, and we don't worry about that 2 meters so much aptly. But when you're out in the community shopping and stuff, I suppose, like, we should try to respect it. I'd hate to see some big guy punch a big old large lady charging at him down an aisle. And some people, it's like Charlie Brown, that pig pen character. It's like they got a dust cloud floating above their head. They probably have COVID, and they're the one that should be respecting it, and they aren't. So just stay wise out there. Take care. Considerate people are usually healthy people, but just watch out and do your best, and try to remain calm, not get into fights and altercations. We actually have decreased the death rate, I noticed, by the statistics. If you look at 3 months ago, in a 10,000 populace, 3 people were dying, and now it's down to two, based on the new numbers. So we have been pushing the numbers down based on what we're doing largely, and 85 to 90% of the people that are contracting COVID are coming through it out the other side, recovering. So there's some good news in the numbers, and it's good to keep statistics and be aware of things. Black Lives Matters. Well, I say Black Wives Matter. And a king as such, who might have many wives, would say they're all important to him. The wives especially too. So Black Wives Matter. A new subgroup developing apparently. And a good man stays with his family and his wife and his wives, or whatever your case is in the world we live in society. But, like any guy that runs off to find himself in this world and stake his claim and make his way and avoid debt or release from society in any way, that doesn't take care of his own wife and kids, has got a real problem. I think that's a scum, and it's quite repulsive, anybody that would do that. So before you go out and do that, no matter what color, creed, or race you are, you should be looking in the mirror and saying, I matter, so I need to take care of what I've already been granted and given in this life before I run off, I suppose, and do something else. And that's just a good way to look, okay? It's not even humor, but it is a bit. Right? We need to laugh a bit in these times. Black wives matter, okay? Every wife matters, every color, race, and creed. This 6 minutes is up, I suppose. Now take care and have a good day. And I'll come back next week, I suppose. Come on back, I invite you when we're into the barbecue sessions, and I'll share a bit about my life journey with you on that. Amen, and have a good night.